understand you and my man's here for to have a little quick debate about something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well, I'm usually one that hosts these things, bro. So, man, you don't mind, man. Let's try to keep it clean, man. If y'all disagree on something, y'all just disagree, man. We ain't finna get in here and start call nobody no names, no fuck boys and all that shit, man. Let's keep that shit respectful, man, because we already got enough shit going on as it is now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So,
right.
Right. So, man, let's have a clean debate, man. And give me just a minute. I'll let you know when to start. Hold on.
so when you say keep it clean, you mean no cursing or you mean just no disrespecting each other?
No, you can correct me. I'm talking about like if y'all disagree, y'all calling each other names and shit. I'm about to cut it short then, man, because we ain't gonna do
Oh
all
no,
that, bro.
no, no. I don't think we
Yeah,
gonna do
but
that.
you
I know
free to
I ain't
say
gonna do
whatever
that.
you want to say, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
free to say
no
whatever you
problem.
want to say, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know when you're ready.
All right. I got like probably about 30 or 40 minutes to get y'all, man. So,
Okay.
all right, go ahead, bro.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you
Uh,
can.
Okay.
whatever, it don't matter. We got the flow. We don't want to start.
I'll start. I'm Brandon Imhotep. I represent M with Journey, mwithjourney.org, a Fonte tribe. What's my brother name? Huggy.
Huggy.
Right.
My real name is Kenny, but I go by Huggy Pacino.
Okay,
Um,
so I really was fucking with Huggy's YouTube channel and videos. I really like how he was sitting in the car doing his security guard job and making videos at the same time, building up his own platform, getting double paid. Really, I don't know if you're getting paid off your videos yet, but if you keep on doing what you're doing, you're gonna get paid. So I was fucking with his shit, and I come home and look through my emails, and I see he has a video saying Black Lives Matters is now a circus. And I don't totally disagree with it. Depends on what part of it he's talking about. Uh, but I don't totally disagree that there is not chaos within all of these organizations trying to. I don't really know if y'all know what's really going on, first of all, because Brother Huggy seems to get all of his information from Fox 13, because that's what I saw you plugging the most was Fox 13 media. And so you got to understand, brother, that the media paints their own picture. And when you keep focusing on your video about the 30-day challenge, understand that interim director of police Chief Rollins threw that out there as a deflection to get off the point of addressing the real issues. So when you make your video talking about we need to go protest this new murder that happened within those 30 days, that's ridiculous. That's not a part of the agenda. And I don't know if you really understand the steps into which you have to take to make change. But the first thing you got to do is shake some shit up to get it clean. That's what's going on. And Memphis is now unifying right before your eyes. While you sit back and criticize, Memphis is unifying. So get out in the streets and talk to the people and say, well, what are y'all doing about black on black crime? Which there is no such thing as black on black crime, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But what are y'all doing about us killing us? Ask those questions other than making your video at home, not getting in the streets. Because I don't know if you still stay in Memphis or not, but damn, bro, come on out. Come talk to us. So you can go ahead and talk.
okay. I want to make one thing clear. The title of my video was Black Lives Matter in Memphis has became a circus, meaning that at one point I never felt that it was a circus. So we all can be honest and say that became is at one point wasn't. So it became a circus. I didn't say is, it said it became a circus. So even in the video, I also made it clear that I actually had no problem. I actually was looking at it like, man, these people got on the West Memphis, they got over there by the bridge, they holding it down. I actually was all for it. Don't get it twisted. My thing was when I saw this 30-day thing pop up, I said to myself, nah, it's not gonna happen.
Of course,
But I said, huh?
of course not.
Okay, so my thing was this. I said when it happens, let me see the reaction of when it happens. My thing was, dog, I'm not saying that you have to protest this guy being murdered, but the actual fact that people were protesting in front of Graceland and around the corner there was a murder that broke the 30-day cycle. Can we agree that that's what was going on?
That murder. I don't know. I don't know if that was the first murder or the second murder. But bro, you buying into the deflection. Now let me ask you.
No, 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 no. I'm not buying into it. We're talking about the murder. We're not talking about the deflection of him giving it, because all y'all had to do was say, like you telling me, tell him and say, hey man, you're not gonna deflect with what we doing out here. You know, fuck your 30-day challenge. That's what I would have told him. If I was really for the cause, I'd be like, man, fuck your 30-day challenge. You
And
know these
right.
people in the city are not gonna. You know these people in the city are not gonna be peaceful for 30 days. Something is bound to happen. And I understand you want to say that the news presents this deflection and it gives you, okay, cool. But let's do something like go to that apartment complex. Just be a presence. Now I was telling my homeboy Chris, if they was just a presence over there, that would show that they care not only about not boycotting, but uh, protesting in front of Graceland. You would at least say we got two different things going on in the neighborhood where people are concerned about this man that was killed, who has a family, a wife and kids. And around the corner, we doing both things. But you know what they were doing in the same city? On the other side of town, they was protesting a woman who made a racist post. I ain't defending the racist post at all. I even said that, well, if she was a racist, okay, cool. But this guy is dead. This woman, racist. It's not like, okay, it ain't no coming. You can always come back from a racist statement. You can always get somebody to say she was hacked. Which, of course, that's typically the reply. Oh, I was hacked. You know what I'm saying? That's the typical reason of their bullshit. And I'm not denying the fact that she might be a racist. My thing is this: we can't deny that a guy was murdered that morning. Now, can we?
Say that last question.
Can we deny that? Can we deny? Can we deny that the person was not murdered that morning? The same day y'all were protesting in two different locations of the city.
I wouldn't deny that, but that's not the point of the protest. Now let me ask you. Pay attention to the pattern of what you see. You saw the bridge get shut down Sunday, right?
Right.
And then you saw a meeting Monday. And then Tuesday, you saw Graceland was protested, right? So
Correct.
So why do you think Graceland was chosen?
To be honest with you, I don't know. So I'm not denying that I'm ignorant to why y'all protesting. I never explained. I don't know why. I'm not saying y'all shouldn't do it. All I was saying is I related the point only to the fact that if that was going on, somebody should care about the man being killed, because it's not like he was proven to be this thug or he was asking for it. He was coming home, and somebody was in his home where his wife was sleeping, and those men killed this man. And the story goes he was trying to protect his family.
So
That story could be a little twisted. It could be a little fake. I'm not gonna be ignorant to that either. However,
you focusing on a specific, right? And
yeah, because my video was strictly about the hypocrisy of the movement, where around the corner there was a dead body and nobody said a word.
And you focus on a specific, and it's part of a general, which is so-called black on black crime. Usually in black on black crime, we have so-called justice. They lock a nigga up real quick, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And not only will they lock that nigga up real quick, but they lock up anybody who was around that nigga. Everybody getting first-degree murder. You can just be in the car, don't even know the nigga was about to go kill somebody. I hope my language is okay, brother.
You're fine.
Okay.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Speak your mind, bro.
Good. And everybody getting locked up. So we can usually get justice. And you brought up the 4 children that were murdered by their mother. There's going to be justice in that. So we're out protesting the injustice, for one. And so let me get back to the spots.
Let me ask you a question real
Okay.
brief, Brandon. I'm sorry to cut you out, brother. I'm glad you brought that subject up. about the lady who killed her kids. A lot of people are trying to give this woman a pass, trying to blame her mental illness as the reason why she did that. Me personally, I'm not giving her a pass for that. You murder a child, you murder a child. When you murder anyone, you murder anyone. Real B, man, tell me your views on that when you heard that story about her doing that. I mean, do you get her a pass, or what's your personal opinion about that?
I mean, she definitely was wrong, but damn, bro, you murdered 4 children. You don't think she even has some mental problems? First of all, everybody got mental problems. Everybody crazy. It's just what are you doing to work on your crazy, to heal your crazy? But everybody crazy, everybody insane. Who's doing something about it is the question. So maybe she didn't have the help that she needed, but definitely she was mentally had some mental issues. Come on,
Okay, well,
bro.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. So, if this chick had mental issues, why is she laying down procreating?
It broke up. It's why is she laying down what?
And procreating, meaning laying down, having children, if she knows she got fucked up mental issues. In your opinion, if she having these mental issues, why is she laying down having children and she knows she's not stable enough to take care of them?
I mean, I think we getting off right now, bro. But come on, I mean, what do you mean? Why
No,
is she
I'm gonna
have?
ask you that question because when you brought that up, I want to know your views
Just
on it,
because
bro.
you crazy,
And I would
After you
ask the
answer
same
that,
thing. So of
just
course I
because
want
you,
to know that.
yeah,
just because you
yeah, after you
crazy
answer
don't mean
that,
you
bro,
don't
I'd
like.
like to get to you.
Just because you crazy doesn't mean you don't like to make love. That's one of the. See, y'all. Let's get back to the 30-day
No,
challenge.
hold on, bro.
Hold on,
Hold on,
No,
let
no,
me.
hold
no.
on.
Wait. Wait a minute. Now you can't say making
Yeah, hold
love
on. Now you going
is
left.
procreating,
You going
because you
left
can
with
make
that, bro.
love with a
Yeah,
condom on. You can make love being
exactly,
having your tubes
exactly.
tied. You can make love and pull out.
We
You know,
getting off.
pre.
We off on the wrong stuff right now.
But we talking about the woman. This is a simple
We talking
question. Now
about one, but
you could have simply said we were all subject a long
I
time
mean,
ago.
I'm just saying. Let's get back to
You
the
could have
core because
said you could have said that.
right
If
now,
you had said that, I'd be like, okay, let's stay on subject.
y'all pulling the Chief Rollins right now. Those questions really is not.
Hey, look, hey, I brought up the woman in the video. So this is in the right of conversation. Can we agree to that?
So
I brought
listen,
the woman
yeah,
up
yeah.
in the video.
And
In that video, I brought her up, did I not?
the
the
challenge,
only
the
reason I asked you because you just brought it up. And the only reason
right.
I asked you because you just
Can I
brought up
just
the
get
woman.
back? Can I
So
just get
go
back
ahead,
real?
brother. But go ahead now.
So the
Go
30
ahead, go
day,
ahead, go ahead.
the 30-day challenge is unrealistic because in nature, violence is natural. Every day when you get up,
True,
it's either
true.
you are trying to eat or someone is trying to eat you. So violence is a part of nature. Right now, I hear the rain outside. It's thundering, storm, earthquakes. We got tornadoes, hurricanes. Sex can even be seen as a form of violence, or I should say force, penetration. Uh, Coming through the birth canal, when the baby come out crying, it's force. It's a form of so-called violence. If you do the research on the word violence, it's gonna go back to force. I love words. I love etymology. So let me get back to the Graceland and the bridge shut down. I ain't trying to give away the game, but I'm just gonna say that, bro, we are getting to the people who really have power in Memphis. See, I don't want to say too much because it's like I don't want to get on the internet and give away the playbook. But some things y'all gonna have to think about and figure out for yourselves. The imports and the exports come through the bridge, right?
Agreed.
Graceland, Beale Street, downtown area, the downtown area. That's where the money at, right? Those are tourist
Agreed.
attractions, right?
Agreed.
All right, man. So I ain't gonna say no more. Hopefully y'all can just think about that and know, because I don't want to get on here and give it away. Because the reason why I want to do the Google Hangout with you a couple of days ago is because I didn't want to say too much before things were announced. Did y'all see the news yesterday where we announced the coalition of the concerned citizens of Memphis?
Yeah, I checked it out.
Okay.
But let me say this though. Let me say
So,
this though.
okay.
I know exactly what y'all doing. Of course, you want to attack where there's money being made, and Graceland is one of the biggest places where they make money. I knew that strategy. Of course, I'm not going to be like, look at them attacking Elvis' home. No, I'm not doing that because I'm all for it. I don't
Do
care
with
about
Elvis.
Elvis. I don't care about Elvis. I'm like this. Fuck Elvis. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. So of course I agree with you on that. But my thing is, I only said in my video, I was doing all the breakdowns to say, look, this man around the corner, and nobody said a word. That's all I said. Nobody said a word. That's all I was saying. And my thing is that I'm only showing the hypocrisy because if there was a presence over there where that man was killed, it would be a different thing I would have to say. Because there's no
I
excuse
don't
for it.
think.
There's no
I
excuse
don't
for it.
think.
You're attacking economics, attack crime. And you might not be able to attack crime by being a presence, but just being a presence will show people that, hey, look, this man was killed this morning, 3 hours later, somewhat 3, 4, 5 hours later, whenever. Okay, we still out here in Graceland.
And so
Around
you.
the corner, there was a murder. Now, what the news had done is they pretty much said, well, they won't cover it, but we will, but they're not going to say that. But that's how it looks to the public. And of course, I wouldn't care if I was you either what the public think. I
So
wouldn't
you.
care what the public think if I was y'all. You see what I'm saying? But
So
at the
you.
same,
Can I speak? So
go ahead,
you
go ahead.
so you suggest that we go and protest those in that apartment area to little Pookie and Ray Ray? That's
Lil
what you
Pookie and
suggest?
Ray, Lil Pookie and Ray Ray are human beings too.
Right, and I'm saying you suggest that we go over there and we just start
But
talking to.
there's no shutting down of economics. So I understand the strategy not making sense to you.
So now you get okay.
I
So
know that. I know that. See, you
so
saying you're
hold
not gonna
on.
say it all. I get it. You're not
Okay.
trying to attack something that's not beneficial to cutting down the money of the city. So you want to make a threat to them saying, hey, we'll shut down what you bring in, what you do, what money you make, and that's what it's about. But if it's about that, you could have done this before we had police brutality at an all-time high today. You could have
Say
done that before Trayvon Martin. You could have been doing that 20 years ago.
what
You
what
could have
that
been.
what,
You could. We could
hold
have. We could have been. We could have been doing the boycott Christmas Day, boycott Thanksgiving, 4th of July. The 4th of July, wasn't nobody boycotting that. You get what I'm saying? Like we're
no, I
playing a
don't.
game here.
No,
We're
I
playing a game here
don't.
where now we want to do something and we ignore people that are right around the corner. But you know what I did? And I ain't have to tell everybody. I went to Lakeville. I know his wife. I know that woman. I knew that guy. It's a guy named Raphael Johnson went to school with me. That's his cousin. I had to go holler at this dude and give him a hug. And see, I couldn't just really talk too much about it, but I know the dudes that did it were black. And like you had one individual was like, well, how do you know these people were black? It could have been white folks. I'm like, no, it wasn't. But I didn't want to
Hey,
get into
you know your
more
boy
detail
behind
on
you?
that. Yeah,
Your boy behind you?
yeah, go. I'm busy.
Peace, God. So
He said hello. He can't hear you though. I got my earpiece on.
okay.
Hold on 1 second. Who was that outside? Oh,
Brandon, let me tell you this, man, before we drop the show or whatnot, brother. Hey, I appreciate your respectfulness, man. I appreciate it because you sound like you a logic brother, man. I got to give it to you, man. And I'm liking it, brother. I'm liking it, brother. Keep it up, man.
Thank you, brother. So look, I'm a part of an organization that has existed 20 years. I've only been a part of it for 4 years, but we do work. It's called Inward Journey. Twice a year, we hold something called the Underground Railroad Odyssey Training. It's a weekend experience, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where people from all over the country, so-called black people from all over the country, come together and put together an adventure, a training adventure for so-called black people to experience something that their ancestors may have gone through. And it helps heal trauma, emotional trauma. It helps you with basically helps you with your head and your heart, your cognitive and your emotional. So there are plenty of people that are doing things behind the scenes. As far as the why we didn't protest before Trayvon, I never was into protesting. But a brother by the name of Keith Franklin came to one of our events called Niggas and the Police. And he mentioned this was back when Darius Stewart was killed. or right after he was killed, and they were trying to get justice for Darius Stewart, and Emmett Wiry was being slow about making her determination. He mentioned that they were going to have a rally Monday at City Hall, and so the brother supported our event. I said, I'm going to go support his event, even though, I'm not the biggest rally protest guy, because I'm probably like y'all, sitting at home like, what's that going to do? So I went out there, and it was about 50 to 75 deep, and I actually enjoyed it. I liked I found that I was networking and unifying with people with like minds. And so people have been out here protesting long before now. It's just that now is a good time to strike, because all over the country people are protesting the murders of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, and then you have the Dallas shooting, which a lot of people don't believe. But now is the time to strike. People have been doing work in the background, and the people that are striking, who have been making the noise in the background, are not jumping in front of the cameras. It's the Johnny Come Latelys that are jumping in front of the camera trying to get the and I ain't trying to take no shots, but they are the ones that's trying to take credit for what's going on. But there's a lot of people that y'all don't know about that's been putting in work, been doing this work, and right now Memphis is actually unifying, y'all. So y'all might want to come on out. We just did just a couple hours ago. We just was at Darius Stewart's, the spot where he was killed, and we just did a memorial. They just did a memorial, and I was there with them for Darius Stewart. His mother spoke. Did y'all see that on the news? Look at the news tonight.
How's it at work, brother? How's it at work? But they'll probably talk about it again tonight, though.
Every day this week, man, we've done something. Yep. Yesterday we was at the Civil Rights Museum. The day before that, we was class, and y'all ever heard of Dr. Clifford Black? Dr. Clifford Black.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Dr. Clifford Black teaches Guatemala. Y'all ever been to Java Juice? He used to teach.
I ain't never been there, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He used to teach at Java Juice a long time ago. But the brother is a walking encyclopedia, and he teaches you how to read on a level that most people don't know how to read. Y'all know what the letter A mean?
The letter A, as in English language or other language?
The letter A. Do you know what the letter A means?
What does it mean?
Well, it starts in Egypt, in the Egyptian hieroglyphic. Then it goes into the Hebrew. Then it goes into the Greek. But it all means the same thing, and it actually comes from Africa. And it means ox. And they drew a picture of an ox. And in Hebrew, it's Aleph. In Greek, it's Alpha. And in Latin, which is what we speak, it's Ah. And he teaches you how to read on a level that school would never. So I just saw your son. You might want to come to class next Wednesday. That's what I invited you to in the comment section. I said, come to class. Come around us. And then you will get more information about what's really going on, because you're not going to get it from Fox News or Fox.
You just told me to watch the news. So which one should I do? Watch you or watch the news?
Say it again.
I mean, you told me not to watch the news. You told me not to watch the news, so you told me to watch the news a few minutes ago.
I just told you to watch. Now you want to be smart.
No, this is what you said. I didn't say that. You said this.
Okay, I told you to watch the news. I don't have a problem with you watching the news, but when you get all your information from the news and then you sitting back in the house criticizing the people out here in these streets.
Well, first of all, I don't get all my information from the news.
Well, your video was based on the news, and you decided.
I showed it as evidence.
Let me finish. And you decided,
I don't get all my information from it.
And you decided to. Okay, I hear you. And you decided to buy into the deflection that Chief Rollins threw out, and Minister Devontae Hill co-signed, which he's only a 24-year-old young man, bruh. It's folks who really been doing this for years.
What's wrong with being a 24-year-old man?
I just said it's folks that's been doing this for years.
What's wrong with him being a 24-year-old man? No, you brought it up. So what was the point of him? What was the point of you saying it as if he can't be an adult?
Did you hear my next sentence? It's folks that's been doing this for years.
So do we respect the ones for years, or do we respect the 24-year-old?
They have experience. They have been trained by people to know what to do, to know how to handle things in certain situations, to know what comes before the other one.
So age and experience is the only thing that you go by?
So you're gonna get stuck on the
You brought this up.
hold
This is
on.
your words.
Stuck on the
This is your words.
you get stuck on the minor premise and not listen to the major
Oh,
premise.
no. Wait a minute. I'm not ignoring the major premise. I get what you're saying.
Good.
I understand that. But
Good.
you said just because he's young and not experienced, does that matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Because remember, the young people are the one you want to reach. The young people is really what matters because they
True.
become the experience later.
True.
What
And
you
so-
said was an ignorant statement to go with the experience thought.
In your judgment, it's an
No,
ignorance.
wait, no. You brought this up and you said this. This is your words, your statement. I would never say because I'm 34, this 16-year-old or this 15-year-old cannot learn and be on my level because he hasn't experienced life.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that. Can we be honest about that?
Listen. You can learn a lot
That's
from
a
a
no.
dummy. You can learn a lot from.
That's a yes or no question. If you ask me a question, I give you an answer. So is that a yes or no question?
You're not gonna dictate me, bro.
I'm not dictating you. It's a question.
You deflecting right now. You pulling the cheap
question.
route. You're pulling the cheap
Question.
route.
Can I get an
started
answer?
off with a minor. I started
Can
off
I
with
get
a
an
minor.
answer?
Behind my minor premise, I had
You
a
ask me
major.
a question, I give you an answer. I wouldn't tell you deflection or anything. I give you an answer.
So
It ain't about dictate. It's not about being a dictator or a dictatorship. Any of that. It's a question. You ask me a question, I would not ignore it. This is what this is about, right?
You can learn a lot.
Dialogue. This is a dialogue, right?
You can learn a lot.
So you want people to listen to you, but you won't answer questions. You want people to listen to you, but you won't answer questions.
Ask your question again.
Does it not matter that me being a 34-year-old and a 16-year-old, that just because he's young and hasn't experienced life, does his opinion or does his words not matter just as much as mine?
Of course they matter. But some people have more experience in training in certain things and know not to.
But there can't be a but to your answer. You know that, right? Can't be a but to your answer. Can we agree to that?
Some people know not to buy into certain things. You don't let people deflect you like you're trying to do. And like y'all almost
you can't say deflect because you didn't stand on that. You asked me to ask the question again, so apparently you felt like it wasn't a deflection.
I answered the question.
And once you said yes, you can't say but.
You can't tell me what I can say.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. At that point, you're being contradictory.
I'm giving you more information.
You're being contradictory.
Further explain.
So you don't mean yes, then you mean no, and then but.
No, I don't mean no. How you gonna tell me what I mean?
Well, you can't say yes and then say but.
Right now,
how can you say yes and then say but?
Right now, we in bullshit land. Can we?
I know we in bullshit land, but you brought us here. You brought us here. Actually, this is your argument.
You did by hanging.
Your statement.
Premise. Actually, you did by hanging.
Your statement. This is your statement. Come on now. This is your statement, not mine.
Move this along. Move this along, moderator.
First of all, I wanna get into this black on black crime. Of course, black people are not black. So what do you mean by when we don't want to be technical here? What do you mean by there's no such thing as black on black crime?
Crime has no color.
Yeah, I want to ask you that too, brother. Yeah, I meant to ask you that too.
Crime has no color. Crime has no color, fella. This is if you come around Dr. Clifford Black, you will learn a lot of things, man.
I'm talking to you though.
Okay, but listen, I get a lot of my wisdom and guidance from elders, from OGs. So when I'm saying something that I learned from someone else, I'm gonna give them credit and not take their shit. You did? So crime has no color. You don't go to Asia and hear about Chinese versus Chinese crime or how would you say it? Black on black crime, Chinese on Chinese crime, Europe on Europe crime. You don't hear about these kind of things. Only with black on black crime. That's a setup, bro. Let me
tell you why you hear that. Can I tell you why you hear that a lot?
Can I finish? Oh, after I finish.
Go ahead.
That is a way to project a thought in our minds to make you think that there is a problem. Therefore, there might be a problem. But crime has no color, man. Crime is crime. We live in amongst each other. Therefore, there will be some issues. And most of the issues are domestic issues. They're not random issues. It's is someone that you know that did something to you. So if you live in the suburbs and you're around a whole bunch of white folks all the time, and I'm talking about if you're so-called black, and you're around a whole bunch of so-called white people all the time, chances are you might get killed by a so-called white person, or something might happen to you from a so-called white person. Let's not jump to kill. If you live around a whole bunch of so-called black people, chances are something's going to happen from a so-called black person. But we out here protesting because the black people are not taking the oath saying that we are going to hold up certain laws. It is the police that are supposed to uphold a certain code, and we think that they are profiling and being biased, and I think y'all would all agree with this, towards so-called black people. So we trying to put some efforts forth to work on ourselves and the police. Because if you go listen to the demands that were made, there were things in there that would address so-called black-on-black crime and black empowerment, economic empowerment. That's what we after. Power.
Well, brother, let me ask you.
Hold on one second, Chris. You see this?
Racist coming, white. It keeps going out. It keeps going away.
Okay, can you see it now?
Dead man.
Yeah, I might have to keep talking so you can see it.
All in one. What? Reject. What is it? All in one what?
All in one day.
All in one day? Okay, explain it.
Notice I didn't put black man because I'm playing your game. All right, let's just say there is no such thing as black on black crime. And I understand where you're coming from by people putting a title on it just like they put a title on African American. Being that we're the minority and we're supposed to be the most important people of the earth or the world, we shouldn't be killing each other ever unless it's amongst self-defense. Can you agree to that? Yes or no?
That's unrealistic. At this point. No, I don't agree with that.
So when is it time to kill another black man? You tell me.
It ain't got nothing to do with black man.
Listen, if you're black and I'm black, if you kill me or if I kill you, is it justifiable? Yes or no?
Killing is wrong, period.
We're not using race, but let's use logic of the fact that we are the most important people, because I know that. And I agree with that. I don't need an ancestor to tell me that we are the most important race in the world. So, ask you again, do you think it's justifiable? Yes or no?
Do I think what is justifiable?
Any black killing a man if it has nothing to do with self-defense?
No.
So why do you act like it's okay?
I don't act like it's okay.
You said it isn't a problem.
I didn't say it's not a problem.
You said it don't exist.
That's right. I said black on black crime doesn't exist. Crime exists.
Are we being technical with a title, or are we being technical to the actual what we see?
We get
like
right
black,
to
like black individual kills black individual.
We get right to the root. Crime. Violence.
Okay. You know something? Check this out. Are we going to ignore the fact that it shouldn't happen, or are we just going to call it crime? Because if we're going to call it racism, then everybody's racist.
I'm a racist, but you don't want to get into that because I'm an etymologist. I'm an etymologist, and I break the word apart and tell you what it really means. But I think we getting off subject right now. I mean, what are we talking about?
We brought up black on black crime don't exist. I'm just breaking down your argument.
We both agree that crime is a problem, right?
Yes.
And so-called black people living amongst each other, 9 times out of 10, we're gonna do things to each other, right?
Is it justifiable though?
Bruh, didn't you just hear me say if you live in the suburbs around so-called white people all the time, then 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be a so-called white person that does something to you because that's what you're around. That's what you're surrounded by. Right? When you agree.
Murders have motives, right? In most cases. Not saying all the time, but majority of the time there's a motive for a murder. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So the motive being in
Basis of
Yep. It's breaking up.
hold on, let me cut my Bluetooth back on. So in most cases, when there's a black killing a black, we turn a black to it, and then we're out here marching because a white one kills a black one. Crime is crime. You dug yourself
We're
a
not
hole a
marching
long
because
time
of
ago and
white
don't
people.
even
We're
realize it.
marching.
You
We're
dug
not.
yourself a hole and don't even realize it. Like
We're not.
you said this, and I don't even agree with that because if I'm gonna say that a black person kills, I mean a white person kills a black person, then I could just say it's crime.
We're not protesting because a white person killed a black
No, no,
person.
no, that's not the only reason. Of course, it's not. It's
Thank
part of
you.
the reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, then. So let's not act like it's not a part of the reason.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm not in denial about
See,
anything.
see how
I
you
want
just
to
try
see
to
the
pretend
real
like
way.
you didn't know, like you see how you try to pretend like I didn't know what I was talking about,
I don't
like
know.
that wasn't true. You could have said that's not part of the reason. You said that's not the only reason. Of course it isn't.
What? I don't know what you're
If
talking
I
about.
if I if I jump in my video and what I said, that wasn't my only reason to discredit Black Lives Matter. I said in my city because I don't know what they're doing in Dallas. I don't know what
Let
they're
me
doing
ask
in
you a
North
question. Let
Carolina.
me ask you a question, brother. What is your solution to stopping or helping decrease the numbers of homicides within the city?
My solution is to, well, I can go deep into it. The solution is this: until black men get control of their homes, get control it to where they have the community as leaders. Ain't no such thing as any of that stuff y'all trying to do. Because as long as women are leading the homes, it's gonna get worse and worse.
But when you
And
say y'all,
history show. I'm saying y'all as in me too. I ain't excluding myself.
but I don't think you really understand what we are doing.
Hey,
But
No, no,
hold on,
no.
hold
You
on,
asked me. Yo, you
hold
asked
on,
for
real
it.
quick. Hey, hold on real quick, y'all, real quick. I got 15 more minutes. Y'all got 15 more minutes.
okay, so your solution is that the black man needs to get back in the home.
Black men need to be leaders, and it's not that they won't be leaders. It's that there's a system that allows women to be leaders over us. Until black men get their right to be a leader, because at this point, let's just say a black man having a baby, just like any male, men in general don't have rights.
Can I ask you a
But black
question?
men, black men really don't have rights in this world, in this
Can I ask
country that
you a
we live
question?
in. Go ahead.
Can I ask you, do you whip your children?
Yeah,
You do? Guess what?
yeah.
That's that's my solution to stopping or slowing down this violence. You gotta stop beating your children. You gotta stop whipping, spanking.
Hold on. You said beating, or I thought you said whip or whipping. Okay, I
I'm,
thought you said whip. I'm sorry. No, I don't whoop my child. I don't whoop my child. No, I thought you said whip. I'm sorry.
you thought I said what?
I thought you said with your child, like in the
Whip,
home. I thought we was on that subject.
beat, whip,
No,
spank.
I don't whip. I don't whip him. No, I don't whip him. No.
Okay, good. Respect. That's my
Yeah.
solution. My solution is it's a long-term solution, and it might take generations, but we gotta stop whipping our children because we hung Martin Luther King up on that wall, and we hung that white Jesus up on the wall, and Martin Luther King spoke for non-violence, but at the same time, our grandmamas and our mamas and our fathers was beating our ass, and they were teaching us to solve our problems with violence. And it
I
comes
agree.
and it stems from tactics used a long time ago during so-called slavery. So we got to start cultivating ourselves in a way where we can teach guide our children without using physical force. Because every time you hit your child, every time they do something wrong, you hit them. In turn, when someone does something wrong to them, they're gonna hit. And so that's why we was fighting so much in school. And nowadays, these young brothers got access to these big, pretty 9mm Glocks. And y'all got guns, right? I remember when I first got my gun. I couldn't. I remember having a thought. I wish the motherfucker would right now, because I got this unit on me, and I can pop your ass real quick. So, and I was in my 20s when I got my first gun. So imagine a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old young man with this big, pretty, shiny Glock. surrounded by nothing but young black males and young black females. He hasn't had any kind of training on how to communicate. So as soon as he gets into an argument, it's right. He goes right to fuck shit, goddamn motherfucker. And as soon as he can't articulate his way out of that argument, he reaching for that thing. So it's gonna take some training, some parental training. Parents are gonna have to start cultivating themselves and teaching themselves how to teach their children. You just can't drop your children off to school and expect them to teach your child power. And that's what we doing, bro. That's what we doing, bro. I'm telling you, we doing it. You got to come around. You got to get off the computer. And I ain't trying to bash you.
And I really wish you would stop saying that as if I don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
you know, I'm not insulting your movement.
Listen,
so don't insult me sitting here.
I'm pretty sure.
You do something. Because if we want to really just go there, then you have to really ask yourself: are we going to pretend that black women aren't getting the men out of the way, or are men getting out of the way when it comes to raising their kids?
You want some gender divisional stuff right now?
No, no. I'm not on the dividing. The system is already doing it. It's been doing it for 40 years now. Why you say I did it?
I'm saying
I don't agree with that.
I'm saying that ain't.
I don't agree with it. Why you say I'm on it? Because remember, the boys you talking about with those pretty 9mm at 1920, they were raised by who? Majority-wise.
They were raised. They were probably raised by a black woman because a lot of times our fathers are not there. I know.
So are we being removed, or are they removing themselves in majority?
Well, I can only speak for myself, man.
I can only speak for myself too. My dad was there most of the time, about 70% of the time he was in my life.
My father was killed by the MPD in 1980 when I was 2 years old, and I don't remember my father. My family is Stacks Records. Bill is my
uncle. Sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that, bro.
I hear that too, man. That's crazy.
I don't even remember it, but thank you. I appreciate it. From the story, he put himself in a situation to be killed. But I think if he was a so-called white man, they probably wouldn't have been so quick to kill him. But my father is Paul Isbell. He was the head of promotions of Stax Records. My Al Bill, he was the CEO of Stax Records. My family is Stax Records. Hold on. I could have been born into a great dynasty, but CBS Records helped take out my family's business, and I was born, and that's how I was born into a single parent household, because once Sachs fell, my mother says that my father went into nervous breakdowns, and he ended up holding my mother hostage in the bathroom upstairs in East Memphis. Y'all know them apartments over there by the Mall of Memphis that used to have that water, that lake out there. That's where we were, and He supposedly held my mother hostage in the bathroom. He finally let my mother go. The police were there. He wouldn't come out the bathroom. He had a gun. He ended up dead. That's all I know. But my mother says that they knew who he was, and I have a judgment that if he was a so-called white man, they would have had more patience with him. So I can only speak for myself why I didn't have a father, but I'm a damn good father myself, because I make sure that I give my son what I didn't have. My sons. I have 2 sons.
Okay. All right, brother. That's what's up, man. Hey, much respect to you on that, Dean.
Yes, sir. Much respect to y'all too.
Well, I understand you can't speak for yourself, but I got a friend of mine right there that don't have a father either. And Chris, what are your opinions about single mothers and fathers that's in the community?
Well, my thing is, my father is still living. As a matter of fact, he don't stay far from me now. I used to want to be around my dad all the time, brother, and I used to hate the sight of my mom's, and to go back to what you were saying, Brandon, about the whoopers and shit, brother, I like when you brought that up, because you are absolutely right. I agree with you. I'm an 80s baby. Back then, it took a village to raise a child, in which I still believe that to this day. It takes a village to raise a child. So if you was doing something that you didn't have no business doing, Not only did the neighbors whoop your ass, but you get another one when you get back home, depending on the severity of what you did. Now to say that was slave mentality, maybe so. But a lot of us look at it now, that it got us right. Because, my grandmother had a big hand in raising me. And that woman could whoop some ass. And if you was cussing, she'll rinse your mouth out with soap. Probably not a good idea, but this is what she do to get you right. But
Yeah.
when she do that, got right. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the stuff that she did to me to make me who I am now. My dad, he will only come into my life, brother, when we had a woman. This man knew I wanted to be around him. I love this man to death, in which he ain't really did shit, and my mama did way more than he did. So as a kid, I hated my mama. And I used to wonder why every time I want to be with my daddy, he would never come get me. But when he be with a woman, he quit to come get me. But as I got older, I understood what he was doing. What he was doing was trying to be slick and trying to let the women know like he just really been there for me. Because think about it. A lot of parents think we don't remember what y'all do to us as kids. We remember a whole lot than what you think we do. We just don't bring the shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I say.
And he used to do that. He used to do that shit, man. I like, okay, I see what you're doing now. You trying to make these women think that you really been there in my life.
Right.
You ain't shit for that, brother. You ain't shit for that. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
I hate to cut you off, but you probably was more resentful to your mother because your mother was the one who was there telling you, no, don't do that, no, don't do that. And he probably only show up on birthdays and bring you them presents. And that's about it. So
he
he
didn't
wasn't
even do
there.
that. He didn't even do that. He didn't even do that.
Damn.
He didn't even do that, brother. We talk about a man that would sit up here and ask me for money on my birthday. My birthday's on Valentine's Day. This man would ask me for money to go get his girl something, but this is your son's birthday.
Wow.
So he never was really there, brother. He never really there, man.
I would have whooped his ass. I would have whooped his ass for that one, though.
Dude, I wanted to so bad.
We've been fighting for that one. Like, no, you can't tell
right.
me, give you something to give another woman.
Right.
Nah.
And then what makes so bad, man, he was living with me at the time. They gonna ask me to get this girl something. I'm your son. You staying in my place. I'm your son. My birthday, but you asked me to give you some money to get your girl something. What kind of shit is that, bro?
And
For real, man.
It's about taking care of your father.
So, right. So I stand here as a proud man, 36-year-old with no kids. I don't label my mom or my dad as my hero. Neither one of us is not my hero.
Wow.
Now, I hear a lot of women say,
that's sad.
You should praise your mom. You should praise your mom. Praise my mom for what? Why would I praise my mom for laying down, procreate with a man who probably wouldn't have had no child in the first place?
Let me tell you why you should praise your mother. I always go back to nature, bro. You here, right? You breathing. You exist.
Mm-hmm.
She did that. And her only, really your mother, her only responsibility in an aspect of nature is to get you here and teach you how to survive. And you here, brother. So you owe her that much. Even if she didn't do shit else after, she did enough to make sure that you knew how to survive. And that's really,
you know what? And I agree with you with that to an extent. I praise her for going ahead with the pregnancy and having me, but once I was here, I mean, she didn't have no choice but to take care of me, brother. So why would I praise her for something what we doing anyway?
She could do like the women with the 4 kids and.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that when we look at women, we give them a pass as we do now with the situation with her and random women around the world because I do security, so I'm always around like different places, businesses, complexes, especially complexes, and even friends of mine that work around these complexes, and they like, man, it's like it was one girl that told me, I want to get another baby because I don't get enough food stamps. And I looked at her and I said, you really want like more food stamps to just have a baby? She said, yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
this money they give me ain't enough. I be wanting more money. Then she be like, I need this to do this for this guy. He in jail, and I be like, man, this fatherless home thing is damaging to not just black boys, but it's damaging to women too, because the young girls got to grow up. These young boys got to grow up, and you have a psychological problem where young boys and young girls grow up to become adults. Like you've been here your whole life, Brandon. Look at East Memphis now, and look at East Memphis then. Think
Yeah,
about it.
Memphis, but you got to understand, East Memphis was new then. Now it's
Yeah.
now it's older. It was
Now look at what
just,
black people have done to East Memphis, because it ain't just white people doing that. Now, I'm not gonna give all the percentage to black people. I'll say at least 75% of the reason why East Memphis is the way it is because of black people.
black people.
25% is because of white people.
So-called black people were already in East Memphis when they tore down the projects and started putting, what is it called, Section 8, giving you Section 8 vouchers. And really that's because they needed people in them homes. Because if you remember after the recession, we had a whole bunch of vacant homes. So they tore down the projects and started giving people Section 8, and people started moving out east. And of course, when you used to waking up every day and just throwing paper on the ground because you have custodians that come around the projects and clean up Monday through Friday, then you might take that same mentality to your new little home that you got in East Memphis, because you used to motherfuckers coming cleaning up behind you. I ain't trying to make no excuse for them. I'm just saying that that's probably why
Really?
East Memphis got ran down. People had poor mentalities. So that's why I was saying we need some training. We need parental training. And I'm around
And Brandon, oh, my fault, bro. My fault. I mean to cut you off. My fault. My fault.
and so I'm around people that are doing that. That's it.
Well, let me say this, brother. And I was trying to say this. We got 30 seconds left, and I was trying to say this, man. Even though I say I don't call my dad and my mom my hero, let me say this. I may not call them that, but I do honor them as my mother and my father, if they make any difference in your views on it. But my views, and I'm just not finna praise them for something they supposed to be already doing. Like I said, I give her credit for giving the birth, going here with the birth, and I'm here now, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, but I don't give her credit for nothing that I have accomplished. Everything I did in my lifetime, brother, I did it on my own, without the help of neither one of them.
So
I can't go to neither one of them right now and ask them for shit. I can't.
let's set up another hang out on another date and let's discuss this gender stuff.
Hey, brother, absolutely, man. You good, brother. Matter of fact, I'm doing another one tomorrow, brother, and I would love to have you back, man.
Okay.
I would love to have you back.
Okay.
Have you back, cause I like this little debate y'all had, man. Both y'all make some interesting points, man, and y'all had disagreements, man. Y'all kept the attitude cool, no cussing, no call out each other's name. We ain't gotta go through all that, man. Y'all just had logical disagreements, man.
This what
I like
intelligence,
that.
this what intelligence brings, man.
You know what I'm saying, man? And you was kicking knowledge, Brandon. I appreciate that, brother. You respect the show. I appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate
I really do,
brother.
man.
Absolutely.
So what you can do, man, add me on Hangouts. The name is Chris Thorn, and you can add me on Google Plus. You can do the same for him too, man. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Make sure you hit that notification
I
button.
was subscribed to Huggie until you pull that bullshit.
Hey, but we always had this talk. We always had this thing where this always take one thing for a person to say something you don't like.
For a person to unsubscribe, one thing.
Yeah.
Right? Just one thing.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all more about me next time, because it's a lot y'all don't know about me. But I understand what you're talking about when you say that. But you goddamn right, nigga. That was some bullshit.
we did expose that it's not bullshit.
Right, man. And see, this is what we do on my show, Brandon. This is how we talk on my show, Brandon. We all can disagree. Nobody gets upset, you know what I'm saying? It may get just a little heated, but I nipped it in the bud before it get too heated, man. We ain't got to go through all this,
at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Exactly, brother. Exactly, man.
And we all we got, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes to women, man, it's a small amount of them that really care about doing the fight when it comes down to it. It's a small amount that care.
Like you got some women issues.
No, I don't got women issues. Don't say that, because I'm best friends to a black woman. Am I not, Chris?
Me too. So am I.
I love women.
I ain't talking
I love
about
black women. Yeah, I love women.
Okay, good. The black woman is God.
No, I don't believe that. But
Whoa!
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in another debate. We'll talk about that in another debate. Because the
Let's
black
do
woman
it.
is God. The God just killed her
Y'all
children a few
don't know
days
who
ago.
y'all talking to.
The black woman just killed her
Hey,
children a few days ago.
Y'all don't know. And the black woman God.
And the black woman
bro,
is God,
you
and God
definitely
is
doing this.
horrible if that's the case.
Well,
But I love him. I love him though. It's just like my mom. My mom is not. My mom is not the best mom, but I love her because that's my mom. She didn't have to have me. Same double-sided coin, correct?
Same thing I'm saying, right? Same thing I'm saying. Yep.
My
Same thing
mom
I'm
ran up
saying.
my
Well,
credit. My
Brandon,
mom stole money from me. My dad was giving my
I
mom
did too.
$12,000 a year in child support. I ain't
I
get a
did too.
dime. I worked since I was 13. I'm 34. I've been working more than them. I've
but
been
you
working
here
more than the life of I live. But I love my mom.
breathing
That's the key thing. I love my mom. I don't hate her. I love
and you're breathing.
her. Indeed. But animals are
Guess
too.
what? And guess what?
Animals are too, and they have
Guess
no
what?
sense of
Right.
human acts.
Every
So
time every time you touch yourself, you are touching your mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother, and all the way back to the first mother. It's bigger than your mama. The black woman is God is deeper than a surface statement, and we'll get into that. We'll
Okay.
get into
And
that.
like I
Okay.
said, Brandon, hey, go ahead, add him back, bro. Come on, it ain't that serious for you to
All right.
unsubscribe, man.
I
Add him
will
back, bro.
make sure you subscribe
Go
to
to
my
YouTube,
because I'm about to be
add
uploading
me.
protest videos.
hey, because if you look at my channel, I never talked about Black Lives Matter ever.
I'm not Black Lives
Right.
Matter. I'm on a journey,
No, I'm
bro.
just saying. I'm just saying in general. Like that's like the key thing that people say. The
That's just
black,
it for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm in with journey.org.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
And subscribe to my channel, brother. And man, hit me up on the hangouts, man. I want to take a look at what you're doing, bro. You got some videos up that show what you're doing.
Yeah, Brandon Imhotep YouTube. I really don't post that many videos, but I have two pages on Facebook that are doing real well. One is called Wonder
Okay.
Womb Man, and the other one is called Black Love Matters.
Okay,
Black
bitch.
Love Matter.
Okay,
I think
I'm
I
Chris
seen that
Thorn.
page.
Yeah,
Those are my
I'm
pages.
Chris Thorn on Hangout, bro. So yeah, hit me up on Hangouts too, brother. I'm
Got
Chris
you.
Thorn on YouTube too. So man, brother, thank you so much, man. This has been a good debate, brother. And I plan on having a show tomorrow evening, man. Hopefully you come join them as well, brother.
Yeah, what time will it be?
I'm trying to schedule for at least about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. tomorrow, man.
I might have my son, but I usually get him in bed around 8. So
Okay, cool, man.
okay.
Again, man, add us, subscribe to us, brother, man. I appreciate you keeping it respectful, man. You are a larger man, and whatever you're doing, man, keep doing what you're doing, because it's like you a good figure to your son, brother.
Indeed.
Likewise. Peace, gods.
All right, brother. Appreciate you,
Peace,
man.
y'all.
All right.
All right.